What if I told you that four ancient numbers, hidden in Buddhist scriptures, whispered in prophecies by Baba Vanga, and woven into the cryptic codes of Nostradamus, might just be the key to a life-changing moment on May 30th or 31st, 2025? These are not random digits. These numbers are spiritual signatures energies encoded into time itself. Most will overlook them, but the ones who listen, truly listen, might just find themselves aligned with a force far greater than love. From the 31 planes of existence to the 44 forms of cosmic compassion, these numbers have been waiting patiently for a moment like this. This is not about gambling. This is about guidance, about awakening, about tuning into the rhythm of the universe, where signs appear in the form of numbers for those who are truly ready. Are you ready to see them? Throughout history, human beings have searched for signs, for patterns, for moments where the invisible touches the visible. And nowhere is this more powerful than in the strange dance between destiny and chance. Billions of people across the world buy tickets each year, hoping, wishing, dreaming. But only a few stop to ask, what if the universe doesn't play dice, but sends messages instead? In Buddhism, numbers are not simply mathematical. They are mantras, maps, meditative tools. They hold vibration, energy, insight. From the Noble Eightfold Path to the 31 planes of existence, the teachings of the Buddha whisper secrets that the modern world barely hears. And yet, across the centuries, two seers, Nostradamus and Baba Vanga, spoke of numbers too. Numbers hidden within riddles, visions, patterns. Some called them mad, others prophets. Now, as May 2025 approaches, an energy window is opening, a rare alignment of spiritual, numerical, and intuitive forces. And for those paying attention, four sacred numbers are calling out. Let's unlock them one by one. Numerology is not just a superstition. It's a language, a sacred code that's been studied and practiced for thousands of years in the East and the West. Mystics believe that every number carries a vibration, a frequency. It shapes personality, energy, and even fate. Numbers like 8 are known for prosperity, 9 for spiritual completion. But true masters go deeper, looking not just at what a number says, but when it speaks. Baba Vanga, the blind mystic of Bulgaria, made hundreds of prophecies, many chillingly accurate. But fewer know that she often spoke in symbols and numbers. She once warned of a triple-crowned gate opening on the 31st alignment, a phrase many now believe refers to a cosmic event in May 2025. And then there's Nostradamus, the astrologer, whose cryptic four-line verses have baffled scholars and stunned the world. Hidden in his writings are numeric codes, frequencies, predictions so subtle they often go unnoticed until they unfold. Together, numerology, Buddhist cosmology, and mystic prophecy form a perfect triangle. And right now, you are standing at its center. Are you ready to hear the numbers chosen not by chance, but by spiritual law? The awakening number, the number 26, doesn't shout. It whispers. It appears quietly, often in the background on doorways, receipts, or dates just before something changes. While other numbers burst with energy, 26 sits with steady weight. It's a number of preparation, of grounding, of readiness. And that's why it's called the awakening number. In the world of intuitive insight and symbolic meaning, 2 and 6 come together with purpose. 2 is the number of balances, of choices, of duality, of the inner and the outer world finding alignment. 6 is the number of care, nurturing, and deeper responsibility. Together, 26 creates a unique energy, the moment when calm decisions meet meaningful action. People who notice 26 often report feeling like they're on the edge of something, a new phase, a shift in direction, a window opening not loudly, but certainly. This number rarely shows up in moments of chaos. It prefers calm before motion. It surrounds moments when the mind is clear, the heart is open, and the world is still uncertain but full of potential. Numerology experts often associate 26 with the energy of builders, not physical construction, but life building. It represents someone moving from idea into form, from thought into reality, from possibility into plan. This is why 26 is frequently linked to opportunity, quiet, meaningful, and long-lasting opportunity. When seen in intuitive cycles, 26 has also been associated with strategic timing. In certain ancient calendars, the 26th day was considered a day of internal mastery, of insight into one's personal path. Not a day for rash decisions, but one for choosing with clarity. What makes 26 rare in the world of mystical numbers is that it holds inner power, not one that seeks attention. It's the number of those who act when no one is watching, who sense what's coming before it arrives, who prepare for the unseen and meet it without fear. There's a reason this number is appearing now, in the final days of May 2025. The energetic environment is shifting, cycles are completing, transitions are stirring, and doors that were once sealed may begin to move. 26 becomes important, not because it brings luck by chance, but because it aligns with the exact kind of mindset that luck visits. Calm, ready, open, aware. The lottery, to many, is a game of numbers, but to others, it's a mirror. It reflects what you believe, what you notice, and what you trust. Seeing 26 now might not mean instant wealth, but it could mean that something is aligning, something asking you to be steady, to be aware, to step in at the right time, with the right intention. So when you see 26 on the 26th minute, the 26th day, or perhaps in the sequence of your thoughts, pause. Listen, ask yourself, what is about to begin? What have I been preparing for without even knowing it? The number 26 is the first sign, and it's only the beginning. The cosmic shift, number 31. The number 31 has always carried the weight of a turning point. It holds the energy of transition, but not one that is chaotic or loud. This is a number that appears when you are standing at the edge of something, a doorway, a decision, a moment where what was familiar begins to dissolve, and something unknown begins to form. To understand 31 is to understand the tension between what is ending and what is beginning. The number 3 speaks to growth, expression, and the birth of ideas. It represents the creative spark, the voice, the vision, the message waiting to be spoken or acted upon. 1, in contrast, is about initiation. It's the very first step, the leader, the singular spark that decides to move. Together, 3 and 1 don't just add up to 4, they form a conversation between inspiration and action, the message and the moment, the idea and the execution. And when they appear side by side as 31, they often indicate that the universe is offering you a choice: to remain where you are, or to step into a version of yourself you haven't yet fully met. In ancient systems of thought, 31 has symbolized the completion of cycles, not the final ending, but the point where repetition gives way to evolution. It's associated with the idea of ascending from known patterns into unknown possibilities. Some call it the number of the horizon, where land meets sky, where limitation gives way to the vast. This number often appears in windows of transition. People who encounter it repeatedly may find themselves moving jobs, cities, or relationships, or more subtly, shifting perspectives, beliefs, and emotional truths. 31 invites you to ask, what am I ready to outgrow? What part of me is no longer needed? Unlike numbers associated with stability or rest, 31 is active. It urges movement, not reckless movement, but conscious transformation. When seen during key decision-making moments, especially near the close of a month or a phase, it can serve as a kind of cosmic checkpoint. A quiet nudge to ask, are you staying small because it's safe? Or are you ready to evolve? Some numerologists consider 31 to be a portal number, a signal that new paths are commencing, accessible only if you are willing to trust what you can't yet fully see. It isn't a promise, it's a possibility, and that's what makes it powerful. In the final days of May 2025, this number becomes especially charged as cycles wrap up and new ones begin. The 31st frequency could appear in subtle places. The time you glance at a clock, a receipt total, a date circled on a calendar. If you feel a strange sense of timing around it, you're not imagining it. 31 is not just a number. It's a threshold, a reminder that life is not fixed. It's fluid. And when you align with that fluidity, change can become less of a risk and more of an invitation. You've seen the first number 26, the signal. Now, 31 offers the shift, the movement, the leap, the stabilizing power. 44. There's something about the number 44 that feels solid, heavy, but not burdensome. It's the kind of number that doesn't flicker or dance. It stands still, quiet, unshakable. In the realm of intuitive insight and energetic symbolism, 44 is a stabilizer. It's the bridge between what you dream and what you actually build. In numerology, repeating numbers like 11, 22, and 33 are often called master numbers, charged with high-frequency potential. But 44? It's a level beyond. It's the master of the material world, the architect of reality. Where 22 imagines and plans, 44 takes the blueprint and turns it into a structure you can stand on. When you encounter 44 repeatedly, it's not by accident. This number usually shows up when something real is being shaped, something with roots. It could be a decision, a relationship, a financial opportunity, or a personal transformation. But unlike fleeting moments, 44 speaks to outcomes that last. The number is built from two fours, each representing stability, logic, and foundation. Think of four corners of a strong house, two of them together. That's reinforcement. That's alignment. That's the kind of energy that supports long-term success, not overnight wins, but grounded, earned, and enduring. What makes 44 unique in the cycle of mystical numbers is that it doesn't rely on signs or synchronicities to do its work. It operates in structure. It asks, are you showing up for what you say you want? Are your intentions and your actions aligned? If they are, 44 opens doors. If they're not, it doesn't punish it, simply waits. 44 also carries the energy of responsibility. Often, those who see it during pivotal moments are being called not just to manifest something, but to maintain it, to build it in a way that serves not just themselves, but something bigger. It's a number of contribution, of higher effort. In intuitive practices, 44 has been tied to turning points in leadership, finance, and personal power. It is a reminder that real change requires more than desire. It requires design, discipline, commitment. This is not a number for daydreamers. It's for doers. As the final days of May 2025 approach a period already vibrating with transition, 44 brings weight. It brings form to the formless. And for those paying attention, it may appear at the exact moment when things are beginning to come together. a message lands, a piece fits, or an unexpected opportunity finally arrives. If you've seen 26 and felt the signal, if you've felt the shift with 31, then 44 is your grounding. It says, now is the time to act with focus, with vision, with structure. Because where the other numbers guide your awareness, 44 calls your hands. It brings the unseen into reality. It's the anchor that holds your intentions in place while the winds of change begin to move around you. And when you're ready to hold what you've hoped for, 44 is the number that tells you you're capable, you're aligned, and you're ready to build. The guiding number. Some numbers speak in thunder, others in silence. The number 39 is the quiet kind, the one that doesn't appear with dramatic signs, but with subtle guidance. It's the moment you change your direction without knowing why. The decision that feels small at first, but shifts everything later. 39 doesn't push at points. In symbolic and energetic thought, 39 is considered a number of quiet intuitions. It's often connected to internal growth changes that happen inside before they ever appear outside. And unlike the bold energy of numbers built for action, 39 is more personal, more reflective. It doesn't ask, "What are you doing?" It asks, "Where are you going? And who are you becoming?" When broken down, 30 brings the energy of creativity, voice, and flow. It's about how you express your truth. 9 brings endings, wisdom, and resolution. It carries the last breath of a cycle, but not as a full stop, as a space-clearing moment before something new begins. Together, they create 12, which then becomes 3 again in numerology. So 39 contains not just closure, but a loop that returns to creation. That's what makes this number special. It shows up when you're about to return to yourself after long detours, after noise, after distraction. It gently brings you back to your original frequency, your direction, before the world tried to change it. In many intuitive experiences, 39 is called the guide number because of how often it appears when people are seeking clarity, not facts, not guarantees, but insight. You might be standing at a crossroads or moving through uncertainty, and then 39 appears on a document, a door, a phone number, a total, and somehow it just feels relevant, like a compass needle twitching back to true north. What's powerful about 39 is that it doesn't demand immediate change. It simply asks for presence, for awareness. It invites you to notice what's shifting within you, the thoughts you keep having, the path you keep resisting, the voice that's been whispering beneath all the noise. This number has also been linked to unseen guidance support that comes from unexpected places. A conversation at the right time, a stranger's words that seem meant for you, a feeling you can't explain that turns out to be exactly right. When 39 appears, it suggests you're being helped gently, quietly, but meaningfully. As May 2025 moves into its final days with the energies of change, opportunity, and alignment swirling together, 39 arrives to help you navigate it, not with logic alone, but with inner clarity, with quiet confidence, with a trust in what you feel, even if it defies what you see. You've seen the signal in 26, the shift in 31, the structure in 44. Now, 39 brings direction not outward, but inward. A reminder that even as the world moves, your inner compass is real, alive, and waiting to be followed. When you encounter 39, ask yourself not what you should do, but what you already know. You might find that the answer isn't coming, it's already here. The power of the sequence: 26, 31, 44, 39. Individually, numbers hold energy, but together they create frequency, a rhythm, a pattern that speaks louder than any single digit on its own. When 26, 31, 44, and 39 appear in a sequence, especially in close proximity, it's not a coincidence, it's a message in motion, a coded signal wrapped in timing. Let's revisit their essence. 26 opens the sequence with awareness. It's the signal, the quiet nudge that something is aligning, something worth noticing. It brings the feeling that you're no longer waiting for change, you're already standing in it. Then comes 31, the shift. It carries movement, decision, transformation, the edge of one cycle, and the emergence of the next. It invites you to choose growth over safety, to respond rather than hesitate. Next arrives 44, the anchor, the stabilizer. Where the others ask for attention and motion, 44 offers grounding. It's the step that says you're ready, not just to feel the energy, but to hold it, build with it, and carry it forward. And finally, 39, the guide, the compass. It ties the sequence together with reflection and clarity. It doesn't ask you to rush. It asks you to trust, to follow that deeper voice that knows where you're going, even when the path isn't fully lit. Together, these numbers form a cycle of preparation, momentum, action, and intuition, a complete energetic arc. If you imagine them as a code, 26 is the call, 31 is the doorway, 44 is the foundation, and 39 is the path forward. Seen in this light, the sequence is a blueprint not just for a decision, but for a shift in your personal frequency. The kind of shift that aligns your thoughts, your actions, and your timing with something greater than chance. Many people look at numbers in isolation, but those who study energy, those who tune in, know that the real magic happens in combinations. Just like musical notes, numbers form chords, and this sequence plays a powerful one, both stable and fluid, intuitive and direct. This is why, during windows of high synchronicity, like the final days of May 2025, combinations like these become important. They're not predicting an outcome. They're revealing a pattern. They're giving you a lens to see through, to act through, to trust through. If these numbers are showing up in your awareness right now, it's not random. You've been paying attention. You've tuned in enough to notice the signs that others overlook. And that's often the very moment when alignment begins to take shape. Remember, numbers won't make decisions for you, but they can clarify them. They won't promise outcomes, but they'll point toward possibilities. And when seen in the right order, with the right awareness, they might just do something else too. They might bring you to the right place at the right time. The question isn't whether these numbers are powerful, they are. The real question is, what will you do with them now? You've just uncovered a sequence of numbers 26, 31, 44, 39 that didn't come from guesswork or superstition. These numbers emerged from deeper patterns, from the intersection of timing, intuition, and symbolic insight. Maybe they've already started to appear in your world, or maybe they're waiting for you to notice. This isn't about magic formulas. It's about alignment, awareness, acting not from desperation, but from clarity. The kind of clarity that comes when you're tuned into what most people ignore. Use these numbers however you feel called to, whether for quiet reflection, intention setting, or yes, even selecting combinations in moments of chance. But remember, power doesn't come from numbers alone. It comes from how you engage with them, how you listen, how you trust your timing. This video is not financial advice, and it does not guarantee any lottery or gambling outcomes. The numbers shared are based on symbolic patterns and intuitive frameworks, not on probability or statistical analysis. Always approach games of chance responsibly, with awareness and limits. That said, some patterns are too strong to ignore, And if you're here, still listening, something in you already knows that maybe this isn't just coincidence. Maybe it's the moment you stop waiting and start noticing what's been reaching out to you all along. Now you've seen the signs, the rest is up to you. If one of these numbers spoke to you more than the others, trust that. Drop it in the comments. Let's see which ones are showing up most clearly for you and for others. Which of these numbers do you feel? If this journey into meaning, pattern, and possibility resonated with you, subscribe, because this is just one window. The energy of June is already shifting, and new numbers, new alignments are on the horizon. We will continue decoding the unseen, the symbolic, the sequences that don't just make sense but make impact. And if you know someone who's been feeling stuck, uncertain, or searching for a sign, share this with them. Sometimes all it takes is one pattern to shift everything. The numbers have been revealed. The message has been sent. Now it's in your hands. God bless.